How's it going, YouTube? Had to make a follow-up video because I didn't want to leave you guys hanging and have you waste time and waste abilities and waste resources if you didn't have to. So remember the loadout. So here we go. So this is the original single target build that I had before, and everything's the same except we're using Spore Pod. No supercharge in this build. So Spore Pod, fire weapon, then you hit overheat, then you do absorb heat, snuff out, amplified heat vision, and then you just follow left to right until everything is off cooldown. Hit absorb heat again, snuff out, back to spore pod, fire weapon, and just keep it moving. So for this one, there's no supercharge, so you don't have to use the Black Adam ally. So I use Wonder Woman again with this one. Same three allies that I had before. Noting doing anything different. Also, these are the no Quizlet. These are the original arts that I had before. So trans, solar amplifier, because we're using heat vision, only got up to 160. I don't really think it makes much more sense to go up to 200. I mean, in the long run, I probably will, because I just like to waste time and energy on some of these artifacts. But I don't know how much more effective it will be. It says devastating pulsar times 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it gives you empowered channeling tactical mod. I don't really think that's necessary, but I'm also using Evon in here just for the might boost. You don't get it for a long time because you're using snuff out on every occasion, but that's what I have in here right now. So this is the Supercharge-less single target, and so you don't have to use a different ally. You can use the same allies you have. So here we go. Same 10-second parser. Spore pod, fire weapon, hit your overheat, and then you just run through it. Then heat vision, and then just follow suit. So left to right. Pretty much everything is always off a cooldown. As soon as overheat is off, you pop it right into heat vision, and then snuff out. Absorb heat. Snuff out. You have to switch it up a little bit just for the way the cooldown works. So absorb heat. Overheat will be off now. Overheat. Heat vision. Absorb heat. Snuff out. Spore pod. Heat vision. Overheat will be off cooldown again. And you can move. Alright, so for this one, same thing, 46 hits, 48, somewhere in that range. So 3.4, 3.3, 3.2, 3.6. The outlier is 2.9, 3.5, another 2.9. So every once in a while you won't get something will miss, or maybe your rotation is a little bit off and you'll get a little bit less damage. But we're averaging around 3.2. I think that's about a decent average. 3.2, maybe 3.3, 3.4 million per second with this loadout, no supercharge. So you don't have to get the Black Adam ally, you don't have to waste resources into that. The way that it sits now with robot sidekick, you don't have a wasted, I won't say wasted, but you won't have an active power that can stop working if you use the other loadout opposed to this one. So we'll use this loadout. There's a supercharge built in, so we'll just run it. We'll do couple of parses with it and see what we got. So our last number is 771. So after that, you'll see what it does from here. We'll go ahead and just pop the supercharge right early on. That's with a supercharge. 4.6. Again, an outlier. we're gonna pop a supercharge on this next rotation right after snuff out. Now you can see Quizlet in this little special ability move. Alright, now we'll stop here. Alright, so 773 is where we stopped at, so everything from here is going to be the new damage. So we got the or was it 771? I'm incorrect, it was 771. So we have 4.6, and that was with a max supercharge, and after that we got 3.6, 3.4, 3.8, 4 million, 3.5, and then we won't look at the 11 hits because that's an outlier as well. So I mean, this one does do a little bit more overall damage. So the other one, let's say we averaged on 3.1, 3.2. This one's going to average 3.4, 3.5. So it's a 200,000 difference in damage for every 10 seconds, which is a lot overall on a raid. But with this loadout, and that's if Robot Sidekick doesn't die, because without Robot Sidekick's damage, you don't know what could happen. Okay, why is he not going away? So we'll do it quickly just to see what we got. Imagine he died in the raid. Which is possible. So we're gonna do the parse like he's not there anymore. And just see what we got. And we're able to get a supercharge up. Alright. We're gonna pause for a second so I can reset this since we got a supercharge. Reset everything. Everything is fine, and we'll hit it right on the first rotation. So the new numbers after 192. This will be all the new numbers right here. Without Robot Sidekick. We'll hit snuff out. We'll hit the supercharge. Alright, and we'll stop there. So when we had a full supercharge, even without Robot Sidekick, we did hit 4.6. Then we hit 2.8, 2.3. So there's the potential, because you're losing out. Remember, we average about 40 some odd hits with Robot Sidekicks, but if Robot Sidekick dies, then you're missing out on 10 hits, which is about, 700 to 800,000 in damage. Yeah, we're about 3.5 in this build. So if Robot Sidekick dies, then you have that issue with this build. So it's just all dependent on what you're comfortable with and which one you think is better. Personally, I may run the other one just because of Robot Sidekick. I'm just not a fan of Robot Sidekick and his damage, and I've been in raids before where he's died and I try to bring him back up, and then as soon as I bring him back up, he dies again just like that. So you're wasting precious seconds trying to bring him out. Like, okay, now we can do some damage, let's go fight, and then as soon as you start your loadout, he's gone. So you're missing out on all the damage. So I'd probably recommend not using this loadout unless you're comfortable with Robot Sidekick. So I made myself switch back, but that's the testing on the two single target loadouts. So you have an option. You can use the arts, not the arts, but you can use the allies that you have. And if you have, the only thing that changes is that you're going to be using solar amplifier and ebon, which by now I'm pretty sure most people have ebon. But if not, you don't have to level up too many new arts that you don't have, because you can use most of the arts that you're already using. So it just all depends on what you want to do. Just thought I'd share that real quick, since the last video I said I wasn't sure about which one to do. So your options, your choice. All right, thanks a lot, YouTube.